Haven't seen his friend for so long. The king's heart was filled with merriment when Odogwu arrived at the palace. He immediately ordered his servants to serve them the best palm wine in the palace. Odogwu was also happy to finally spend quality time with his friend after a long time. He was also relieved to realize that kingship has not in any way affected the quality of their friendship. It in fact didn't seem like they parted ways for some time.
Ofo's palm wine is one of the best in this village,
the king said, snapping his tongue just as he took his first sip of the palm wine.
There's absolutely no doubt about that. No one, no one, can compete with Mazi Ofo when it comes to palm wine tapping.
Odogwu replied, raising his index finger in demonstration.
Sometimes, I wonder why some palm wine taste better than the others. Are they not from the same palm trees?
The king added with a thoughtful look on his face.
Maybe there is a secret hidden behind it.
Odogwu responded.
Well, I don't care about the secret. The wine is sweet, and that's enough for me to know.
The king added, and they both bursted into boisterous laughter.
How well have you prepared for the Egun Mo festival?
Odogwu asked thoughtfully.
Well, I'm gradually preparing for it. You know the festival will not commence properly if I don't get a wife for myself.
Yes, you're right, Your Highness. So, what are you going to do about it?
I'll be going to Umu Ogbora Kingdom in the next 2 market days to marry one of their princesses.
Which of them do you intend to marry?
I don't know. I haven't met with any of them yet.
So you want to marry someone you barely know? What if you don't like any of their princesses? What will be your next plan?
Odogwu was shocked at his friend's plan because the friend he knew back then before the coronation would not want to make such hasty decision.
Well, maybe a lot of compromise do come with the crown anyway,
he thought to himself.
Even if I don't like any of them, I must take one as a wife. It's such a difficult decision, my friend. But it is something that I must do, for the sake of my kingship.
Pardon me, Your Highness.
Odogwu cut him short, the surprise on his face as eminent as daylight.
But you are the king. And you can change anything. Okay, maybe you should take a trip to Umogbora Kingdom, to see their princesses first. You can at least observe them during your time there. Then, when you get back you can take your time and think about your observations, then know what decision to take on the due day. I believe that the thought processing time will help clear your mind to make the right decision, instead of yielding to the elders' pressure of getting a wife in a haste.
Odogwu suggested, demonstrating his points with his hands. In deep thoughts and eyes staring into space, the king smiled bitterly and replied,
There are things you don't understand, Odogwu. The tradition, the laws, are not there to favor the king, they hold more onto him than to the people.
He smiled bitterly as though the weight of the crown was sweeping him underneath the tide and added,
There are things that kings do suffer. But yet, his people will count it a blessing on his path.
He trailed off, after which he returned to his jolly demeanor, clapped his hands together and said to Odogwu,
Oh, please, enough about the throne. Let's just enjoy this sweet wine and forget about the troubles of the throne, at least for the moment. Let's enjoy ourselves, my friend.
They both started laughing and continued with their drinks.
Where is that noise coming from?
The king suddenly said, placing his left palm behind his left ear in an attempt to dictate what the noise was all about. Odogwu became concerned with the noise too, and started listening attentively.
It's the voice of people. I think they are running after something. I can hear the sound of running footsteps.
Guards.
The king became alarmed and summoned his guards.
You called, Your Highness.
The chief guard rushed into the palace.
Go and check what that noise is all about, and if it's someone that they are chasing, bring that person here.
The king pointed at the direction of the noise.
Yes, Your Highness.
He rushed out of the palace. After some time the guard came back dragging a boy by his hand, and a crowd of young men and women followed behind them. As soon as the crowd arrived at the palace, King Ogwu and Odogwu came out of the palace to see the cause of the commotion, and their presence commanded absolute silence.
Is this not your boy?
The king looked at Odigu and grinned.
Yes. It's him, Your Highness.
His face was filled with confusion, for he thought that Osondo had gotten home a long time ago.
Handle it.
The king went back inside the palace and continued with his drink, with a mocking smile playing on his face as he prepares to watch the case drama that was about to unfold at his palace. He was glad that, for once since after his coronation, he is not the judge but the observer. Odigu looked up to the crowd and asked,
What happened?
The boy challenged me with a tuber of yam to wrestle with him. When I tried to resist his challenge, he threatened to bring shame upon me and my generation. He claimed to have the blood of a warrior flowing in his veins. I had no choice but to wrestle him. But when I defeated him, he took his tuber and fled, so we chased after him for cheating.
The wrestler explained, with his chest heaving up and down due to having raced a great distance.
Is that all?
Odigu asked, with one of his hands on his chin. The wrestler nodded. To be continued in the next episode. Watch out to see how Odigu handles this dilemma. Will he use his authority to dismiss the crowd? Will he defend Osondo?